Jayo Kunja
Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jayo Kunja Bihari
Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Giri Varadhari
Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Giri Varadhari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari
Jaya Jasodhananda Jaya Vrajana
Jaya Jasodhanandana Jaya Vrajana Ranjana Jaya Vrajana Ranjana Sallanate
Jai Radha Jai Kunja Jai Radha Madhav ki Jai Adhikacharya Sismat Gaur Govind हे श्री भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी शील प्रभुपाद जी महाराज की जय। जयम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। जय श्री श्री राधा गोपाल जी की जय। श्री गौनिताय की जय। श्री श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा देवी की जय। जय अमृत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गुरुमान all Guru Sasam all Guru Sasam all Guru Sasam all Guru Shiv Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakramitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manabhishtam Sthapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Tadamayam Dadati Shu Deham Shri Maran Shri So Pam Sagrajatam Sahavanaragunatanitam Tam Sajivam Sadaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Savanarita Shri Visata Nitansa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Jagatpate Gopi Kanto Radha Kanto Namaskute Apta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarvesya Krupa Sindhu Devasya Patitanang Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo 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 Maha Premo Padayate Krishna Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaurati Se Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ananda Leelamaya Vigrahaya Hemavadivya Chavi Sundaraya Tasmai Mahaprema Rasatpadaya Sri Chaitanya Chandraya Chandraya Namo Namaste. Hare Krishna. We, the human being, we have a tendency to search. This type of searching is going on since time immemorial. And what we are searching? Just we are trying to search the pleasure or bliss. So, this tendency is with us since we took birth. We can say this is an inborn quality. One, even if he will not have any requirement, he will search. And they are doing little more, and that is called a research. Research means how one can get more pleasure. That research is going on. Man is not able to know that this tendency to search for pleasure, already it is perverted. So since the way one is trying to find pleasure, that way is not right, or you can say perverted. So therefore, the jiva, instead of getting happiness, getting distress or misery, suffering, all these things. So, the jiva, why he is searching for the happiness or pleasure? Because we already said the jiva is the eternal part and parcel of Bhagavan Krishna. And since Bhagavan Krishna is Sachidananda Vigraha, Sanmaya, Chinmaya, Anandamaya, so this is the natural tendency of jiva to remain in that pleasurable potency or blissful state.
Yeah.
Then question comes, why? Why a man, though he is trying so hard and adopting different ways only to get pleasure, but jiva is not getting pleasure. Even if someone is having so much money, he is not having pleasure. Happiness is not there. Everything is there, but happiness is not there. What is the reason? Reason is the jiva in generally wants to enjoy. So the jiva is developing tendency to enjoy. What he will enjoy. In this material world, by the mercy of Bhagavan Krishna, Maya has arranged everything here, so that one can enjoy. And these enjoyable objects are sound, form, taste, smell, thoughts. These are the enjoyable objects. Sabda, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Sparsha. And these five things are also called Pancha Tanmatra. This Bhuta Prakriti, this material nature, by her arrangement, she has kept everything for us. Whatever we need, she is supplying to us. And the jiva, without knowing what is really needed for him, he is just running for these sense and enjoyable objects. In return or by result, what he is getting? Only dukkha, only miseries. Though he is thinking that I will get so much happiness, but later he is getting only miseries, sufferings. Then question comes, if the Bhuta Prakriti, the material nature, has kept all the sense and enjoyable objects for the jiva, and jiva is toiling very hard, jiva is endeavoring to get this pleasure from these five sense and enjoyable objects, but why dukkha, why misery, why suffering? The suffering is due to the objects of enjoyment, whatever this material nature is providing to us, that is temporary. And due to that, the jiva working very hard to get enjoyment, but finally getting all types of miseries or sufferings. Jiva is not going for anything spiritual. He is going for all material things. And all the material things are not eternal, temporary. So this is the illusion. Jiva is illusion, which cannot give him sukha or happiness. The jiva is running after that. And finally, jiva is suffering. Yes. In Bhagavad Gita, we will see this shloka is there. Yehi sansparsa bhoga dukkha jona evate adanta bhanta kotyo nate suramate buddha. Hmm. This is chapter 5, text 22. Huh? An intelligent person does not take part in the sources of misery, which are due to contact with the material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasure have a beginning and an end, and so the wise man does not delight in them. And in the purport, Srila Prabhupada Maharaj saying, we'll read very little. Material sense pleasures are due to the contact of the material senses, which are all temporary because the body itself is temporary. A liberated soul is not interested in anything which is temporary. Knowing well the joys of transcendental pleasures, how can a liberated soul agree to enjoy this false pleasure? So therefore, here clearly Bhagavan Krishna is saying to Arjuna that this type of pleasure, what we are getting in this material world, is false pleasure. It's not true. Because this is connected with body, and body is a temporary one. When body is not there, pleasure is gone, happiness is gone. So, we came to conclusion that temporary objects cannot give real bliss, ananda. Cannot give us real bliss. What is the condition of these temporary objects? Anything temporary, we can say, someone wants something, but he is not getting it. What will happen? He will get dukkha, miseries, distress. And when someone will get something, some objects, then he will always think, I may lose it. So with that, the jiva is developing fear. Suppose somebody got some pleasure in this material world, coming in contact with material objects, but he will think that how long I can enjoy this. When this enjoyment will go, what will happen to me? So this type of fear is common. And if actually he will lose that, then he will lament. The lamentation is there. So, when something is not there, dukkha is there. When something is there, but fear is there to lose it, also dukkha is there. And when something one will lose, then again dukkha. So this type of dukkha or this type of suffering, miseries, always with us. So, why? Why one will suffer? Human being, they are very, what do you say, developed jiva. Among all the jiva, the human being, they are considered to be very developed. But why they are not able to understand this? Why they are inviting all types of misery, suffering, dukkha, distress in their life? Simply due to attachment. The jiva is having so much attachment for the material objects. And why? Why jiva is developing so much attachment for these material objects? Because of the influence of three modes of nature. Sattva, Raja, Tama, Triguna. This, the influence is there. Therefore, one is developing this attachment. And due to this attachment, jiva is getting bondage. Maika bandham. Maya is binding up. So, in this material world, we have so many types of attachments. Wife, husband, father, mother, children, house, money, knowledge. But we do not know these are all anitya, very temporary. So, these types of material objects cannot give us real bliss, real ananda. Jiva is not able to understand this because his intelligence is covered up by Maya. Maya has covered up his intelligence. Therefore, Jiva is not able to understand which direction he will go so that he can get eternal peace, bliss, all these things. So therefore, the Jiva's searching for pleasure is going on. Every day, every moment, every year, every month, every life, it is going on. There is no end to it. The searching for pleasure is not at all being stopped. And due to not getting real bliss or real peace, a jiva is always thinking, I am lacking of many things. So I need all these things. Suppose my need was a refrigerator. Somehow I brought a refrigerator. I was just managing with some little vegetables or fruit, 1 or 2 pieces. When refrigerator will come, I need more fruits to preserve inside, more vegetables to put inside. Even I saw in America, our god sister's house, I was there sometime. She will cook, then she will put inside the freeze and go for work, coming back, take the plate, then put inside, microwave, then after that, and serve. So, what happened after refrigerator, another one microwave was needed. So, this deficit, or you can say the wanting, is not going at all. Human wants unlimited or something there. For some time, we felt nice. For some time, we got pleasure from it. But somehow that refrigerator didn't work. Or the electricity failed. You'll get dukkha. Yes. So, if we are listening to our mind, then whole life will just collect this type of things. Whole life. I think my sister is having saris. Maybe this trunk will be filled. This big box. How many saris one will use? Maybe daytime one and evening time another one, but that's all. But they use buying so many saris and keeping there in a box. No, because we are not happy with 1 or 2. We need more. So, this way, this type of wanting or deficit is attacking us. Always attacking us. If we will purchase for a very small moment, we are getting happy, then again we want. That happiness is gone. And who is not having, he is also suffering. Who is having suffering, who is not having suffering. But people, generally, they want to search for this type of pleasure or this type of objects which will give them pleasure. The jiva actually does not know which will give him eternal bliss. That is jiva doesn't know. They are thinking that this will give me bliss, pleasure. But actually, in reality, He does not know what will give him the real pleasure, real peace. Because they do not know the source of bliss or pleasure, therefore they are suffering from three types of heats. Tritapa Dagdi Bhut. Their heart is burning due to three types of heat. That is Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, and Daivika. So, experiencing this type of sufferings of jiva, Bhagavan, who is a seed-giving father of all the living entities, he is descending here in this material world to help this type of bewildered jiva, those who are bewildered by Maya. He is a Parama Dayalu, Parama Patito Pavana, Gaur. So he came here and he preached to everyone that really what the source of pleasure. How a jiva can get all auspiciousness. As long his message has not entered into our ears, we will not be able to know what is real auspiciousness is. And without knowing the real auspiciousness or the real bliss, we are accepting this inauspiciousness or suffering in our life. So those who are follower of Shivam Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they know how the jivas are suffering in this world. So they also come forward to give the message to the jiva, how one will be able to get real auspiciousness or bliss. Mahaprabhu came. What he did? He only chanted the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Hare. That's all. And he preached through his followers, Haridas Thakur, Nityananda Prabhu, that this Mahamantra is the protector of the jiva. In this age of Kali, if someone is chanting this Mahamantra, he will be protected from the influence of Maya and Kali. That message he sent through his followers. So Mahaprabhu, he also taught us how one can chant this Mahamantra. And what result one will get by chanting this Mahamantra? In order to chant this mantra, the qualification is Pranadapi Suni Chena Taro Riva Saisuna Amanina Manadana Kirtanya Sadahara. If anyone will chant this Mahamantra, he must be very humble one. More humbler than a blade of grass. And he must be a tolerant like a tree. And he must give respect to one and all, not demanding respect from anyone. Then only one will be able to give up the attachment which has already developed in the heart of the jiva very easily. And he will say, "Na dhanang na janang na sundari kavitan ba jagadisha kamhi mama janmani janmani sware bhavata bhakti rahetu ki tvai." Everything Mahaprabhu has given. Within these 8 shlokas, everything Mahaprabhu has given. Only we'll have to find out exactly what Mahaprabhu wanted to tell us. We have so much attachment for the material wealth, name, fame. So if this type of material attachment will remain with us, how can we be able to get the real bliss, peace and bliss? And if someone is really chanting the holy name, you will develop ecstatic symptoms. What is that ecstatic symptom is? There are 2 types of ecstatic symptoms. One is outward ecstatic symptom, one is inner heart. The outward ecstatic symptom is Nayananga Vasudharaya Badananga Gadurdaya Gira Pulokai Nichitang Vapupada Tavanam Grane Bhavisati. This type of symptoms will develop when one will chant the holy name. That is outward symptom. Torrential like rain, torrential rain like tears will come out from the eyes. And voice will be choked. And the hairs will stand on the body by chanting the name of the Supreme Lord Krishna. These are all outward symptoms. The inner symptoms, Jugaitam nimisena chakrusha prabhusaitam sunnaitam jagat sarvam govinda virhaname. This is the symptom. A moment is becoming like a millennium. and the tears will come out from the eyes just like rain. Because one is not able to see Govinda. Govinda Virahaname. So this is the result of chanting the holy name. And Mahaprabhu introduced this. This holy name, Mahaprabhu introduced. Those who are really looking for bliss, pleasure, the real pleasure, real bliss, which will never give us suffering, then we must chant the holy name of Mahaprabhu. But the people in general, they are not having any interest to utter the name of Lord Hari. Hari Katha Amrita. Yesterday, we are saying, or day before yesterday, saying, Tava Katha Amritam Tapta. Oh, in Bhagavatam, not here. Okay. Hari Katha. The topic about Lord Hari is very, very sweet and nectarian. And this Hari Katha will go on. If you will speak and listen that Hari Katha, then if it is spoken by a Vaishnava, bona fide authority, then tapta jivanam, the life is becoming miserable due to these three types of heat. Previously we said, Adhyatmika, Adivoti, Adidevita. One will become free from that. So many dosa, so many sinful activities we have done, so many wrong things we have done. That will also go away. Only by Kathamrita. Only by chanting the name and listening the Katha. Hari Kathamrita. Therefore, Mahaprabhu, he wanted to take all the jivas, those who are suffering here, should go to that abode where they will get real bliss. That was the desire of Mahaprabhu. Harinam bolo sange chalo, ei matra bhikya chai. My Gurudev, when Padajatra was going on in Orissa, there is a place, Keunjaranandapur. They arranged one big pendal program, about thousands attended that program, and finally Gurudev said this thing, showing his Yogapatta, I beg you, please chant Harinam and come with us. Harinam tar sange chalo, ei matra bhikya. This is the desire of Mahaprabhu and Mahaprabhu's dear followers. That everyone should chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, everyone should relish the nectarian Leela of Bhagavan Krishna, so that they will forget that there was some desire or there was some searching for pleasure. So what Mahaprabhu wanted? What he wanted? how the jiva will become free from this illusion. Mahaprabhu wanted that if you people are searching, you should search for Krishna. You are searching many things, but you should search for Krishna. The jiva, until death, they were searching and searching and searching for the pleasure, but they do not know that the source of pleasure is Krishna. And if they will not get Krishna or will not be connected with Krishna, we cannot get that real bliss, eternal bliss. The jiva, if they will actually understand what is this Krishnanusandhan is, what is the searching of Krishna is, if they will understand, then they will become astonished. Acha, so nice ways they are. Very clear. No ambiguity is there. No obstacle is there. So nice. Why will not follow it? Why will not start searching for Krishna? So Mahaprabhu is called Mahabodhanya Avatar. Mahakaruniko, Mahabodhanya, Mahaudarja. Wonderfully merciful, wonderfully magnanimous, and wonderfully munificent Mahaprabhu is. What was his mercy? Chaitanya Chandra Daya Paraha Bicharo Bicharo Korile Chite Pave Chamatkaru. So just to try to understand what is the real mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you will be able to understand how Mahaprabhu was showering mercy on the jiva, definitely you will be astonished. You will be surprised. And this type of mercy or this type of compassion will not yield any bad result. Therefore it is called O Mando Doyo Daya. O Mando Doyo Daya. Suppose someone is very generous, he is very merciful, he will give someone $1,000. And the man who accepted the $1,000, what he'll do? He will use for his sense enjoyment. But the person who gave $1,000, he thought, oh, I helped him. But actually this is not help. By your helping, he developed more desire to enjoy. How can you say that is help? I told so many times when I was working in Bolangir, small air or some oil or more also. younger than some boy. Small children, Babu, Paisa, give some money. So people they give because orphan, nothing is there. I go night show picture. I was going so much. I was visiting whole day. I am busy in my work, and night time I go to movie house, and I will see that those who were in the morning time begging, they are sitting all in front. So the people, those who are generously giving some help, this type of material help will not actually give them pleasure, real bliss. Therefore, it said, one must give advice that, hey, why you are not chanting? Why you not go to Krishna? Why not go to listen Krishna Katha? Then his life will be changed. Therefore, our Vaishnavas, they don't give any charity like this to any beggar. There is two types of Vaibhava. What do you say Vaibhava? Opulence. One is Chit Vaibhava, another one is Achit Vaibhava. Can say spiritual opulence or material opulence. These material opulences are the perverted reflection of spiritual opulences. So, those who are influenced by the material opulences, they cannot understand what is spiritual opulences. Understanding Maharupa. This is the problem. We are so much attached to material opulences, therefore even some spiritual opulence will be offered to us. We cannot recognize it. Will it help me really? By chanting this Hare Krishna, can I get my food? Huh? They cannot believe, they cannot accept it. Because they are so much attached to the material opulences. So, who can actually understand the spiritual opulence will help us? Who can understand? Those who are bestowed by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they will be able to understand that how the spiritual opulence is beneficial for us. And he will be able to understand this material opulence is nothing, very temporary, and dukkha jonaya. Dukkha jonaya means it will give birth to all miseries, the cause of all miseries. So, they will not go for these material opulences. Because they are attached to the lotus feet of Krishna. They will always look for the spiritual opulence. So, when one will speak on these material opulences, what time? When? Or when one will be able to know that material opulences is not used without. When one will be engaged in seva, Krishna Pada Padma Seva, service to the lotus feet of Krishna, then by serving Krishna's lotus feet, he will get so much bliss. That time he will be able to understand, hey, I was running for the so-called pleasure or bliss. In comparison to this type of pleasure, bliss I am getting now, is nothing. So he will never like to leave that service unto the lotus feet of Bhagavan Krishna. And what is seva? One is doing seva to Krishna means what is that? Only to give satisfaction or happiness to the senses of Krishna. Krishna Indriya Priti Vansha. That time, that will develop. So, if someone is attracted towards Krishna's lotus feet and rendering seva to Krishna, he will never like to go to heavenly planet, Devoloko, Sargaloko, higher planetary system, lower planet. He will never like. He will better pray to Krishna. Oh Krishna, life after life, whatever species I may get, but please allow me to serve you. And when someone will serve Krishna and remain at the lotus feet of Krishna, will he suffer? No suffering. Outwardly. Maybe he is suffering outwardly, but that is not actual suffering. Our Gurudev, he suffered from 1986 December until 1990 October. So to say, more than 3 years he was suffering. By his mercy, I was serving him that time. And one time I was cleaning his wound, the leg. Big hole was there. You have to put the forceps or something, scissor tie to it, bandage, cotton, clean it, and dressing, bandage, all this thing I was doing. That time he will put one gamcha covering his eyes. That time I feel a little bit awkward because maybe Gurudev is getting so much pain, therefore he is doing like that. But I will have to do it, otherwise he will get more pain. So that time I used to ask Gurudev, are you really getting some pain due to this? No. You just do your duty. So, if someone has become Krishna Bhakta, Gaura Bhakta, he will never suffer, never lament. Because he has taken shelter at the proper place. Krishna's lotus feet is a place where there is no fear, no lamentation, nothing is there. So, he gets unlimited bliss. And that unlimited bliss is called prema. That means one gets love for Krishna. And when one will be related with Krishna with love, so no question, whatever material calamities or shortcomings, whatever troubles may come, but he is blissful. He is very peaceful and blissful. But the jiva, he is not searching for this paramartha, spiritual benefit. The jiva is searching for artha. Artha means finance. Paramartha means spiritual benefit. So since time immemorial, the jiva is always looking for this material objects, material things, and he is thinking that these type of things will give him so much bliss. So therefore, the jiva is mudha, the mudha. That day we are speaking about how the jiva has become foolish due to his false ego and thinking that he is the doer, and therefore jiva is suffering. So then now we came to conclusion that we are searching something mayika, illusory objects. And this maya, they samsara di dukkha. Krishna bhuli sei jiva nadi bahirmukha অতএব মায়াতার দেহে সংসার দিল দুঃখ সংসার. So as long one has not gone out of the clutches of Maya, he cannot get the information about the real bliss, and he cannot know who is the real source of bliss. Mayatito. One should go out of the clutches of Maya. Mayatito. So unless one will become free from Maya, so he cannot get the real peace of bliss. As long he will serve Maya, as long he will depend on Maya, he will not be able to know the source of bliss is Krishna. So, Maya Pisachi. Mahaprabhu said, Jeev jago, Gora Chando bole, Toto Nidra Jao Maya, Pisachira Kole. Bhaji boliya ese samsara bhitore bhuliyara tilako mein avidyara bhore tomare loite age Hainu avatar ama bina bandhuaro ke ache tomar. Enichi osodi maya Nasibaro lage Hari Namo Mahamantro Lao tumi mage. So, this is a very nice song compiled by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So, Mahaprabhu is saying that, oh Jiva, please get up. How long you will sleep in the lap of ugly witch Maya? And you came to this samsara, this world, by promising that you will do bhajan. When a child is in the mother's womb, getting so much trouble, pain, that time with folded hand, the child is praying to Bhagavan, please deliver me from this painful situation so that I will do your bhajan. Bhajiva bolya as samsar with. But as soon as you came out from mother's womb, you are entrapped by Maya. And you develop so much ignorance, avidya. No more thinking about Bhagavan Krishna. So therefore, I appeared here because I am your only well-wishing friend. I appeared here to take you to proper place. And in order to make you free from Maya, I brought some medicine for you. That medicine is Harinam Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram. As long we are under the clutches of Maya, we don't have independence. If someone is having bondage, how he can say that I am independent? That day our class we are saying, we are thinking we are independent, but we are not independent. We are dependent. And those who are depending, they are actually independent. The day we are saying this thing, how many could understand, I don't know. In independence, actually there is dependence. Oh, I am spending my money and I am drinking alcohol. Who are you to say? This is independence. And when he is falling on the road, another man is picking him up, putting into auto rickshaw or rickshaw, sending him to his house. Dependence is there. He is depending on somebody. And in order to drink that alcohol, he needs money and depending on somebody. Parapeksha. It is called parapeksha. That day we are saying this. We are thinking we are independent, but we are not really independent. And those who are thinking that they are depending on Krishna, really they are independent. Because Krishna gives them the proper independence by which they can serve Krishna. So, one cannot serve Krishna without independence. So, those who are intelligent persons, they will completely depend on Krishna. And those who are foolish persons, they will say we are independent. Therefore it said, one, if he will completely depend on Krishna's will, then he will be able to enter into his abode. And that is the real home, which Prabhupada said, go back home, back to Godhead. And when someone will go back to their home, they will be very happy. What Rosama is saying. You will go back to Switzerland, you will be happy. Huh? No? Then don't go, stay here, Brahmachari. You want to stay here? Yeah, good. You stay here. Don't go back to Switzerland. Just let them go, the father and mother. You stay here. Because they get some bliss there, eternal bliss. When they will go to Krishna's lotus feet, Krishna's abode, they will get one type of bliss, that is eternal bliss. Labdhanandi. The Sanskrit word, Labdhanandi. Huh? Labdha. Labdha means what? Gained. Already gained. Labdha. Anandi, who is getting bliss, pleasure, that is called Labdhanandi. Sahajopaya. It is said, easy way, very easy process, one can get the real bliss. But we are not treading that path. We are going in opposite direction. So how the jiva will get all mm, all the bliss? Mm. So the thing is that why? Why one is not understanding this? Because he is not getting a real tattva jnana, the absolute knowledge. The so-called knowledge one is getting from the educational institution, that knowledge will not help us to get the eternal bliss. Because by that knowledge one cannot understand that absolute is Sri Krishna. That knowledge will not be there. So this Krishnanusandhana, searching for Krishna means searching for the truth. Tattva. Tattva-anusandhana. So if we will not discuss about this, the truth, absolute truth, we will never able to know about the absolute truth. Abol tabol pochara padite paro. Who sung this? Premananda Das. Day and night we are speaking so many things which has no connection with Krishna. So therefore it is said that let us discuss about the supreme truth, Tattva. And if someone does not know the Tattva, he cannot proceed in devotional path. In order to be engaged in Krishna Seva, we must know Krishna in Tattva. After some days, we will become very tired. Whole life I will do this. Gauranga Priya. He was cleaning drain and what he said? If I will do this, I cannot become Brahman. Hare Baba. What is Brahman? Brahman first quality, he is Sauch. Always very pure. And who is keeping this courtyard so clean, pure, he is Brahman. So this is Tattva. Without Tattva or with outward knowledge, if we see, then this drain cleaning is really the work of a Sudra. Toilet cleaning, work of a Chandra. So, how? How one will be able to know what is the real tattva is? If one will associate with the tattva jnana, then he will be able to know what is the real tattva is. And if someone is not able to know what is tattva, then soon he will fall down. Soon he will fall down. Patanamukhi. Without understanding the tattva, one might be doing many things, but the fall down is there. So therefore, Vaishnava Guru, Mahaprabhu's dear devotee, Gaura Priya Jana, they are all Patita Pava. They are, out of causeless mercy, they are appearing here and trying to save our life. So very nice, it is written that when the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu or Mahaprabhu's dear devotee is revealed to us, then from that time the chances of falling down will be stopped or will not arise. They are so powerful. The Vaishnava, Guru, Mahaprabhu's dear devotees, they are so powerful that we are going to fall down, but if by any means we will be able to see the lotus feet of Vaishnava, then our falling down will be stopped. So one can ask, why earlier I was not thinking about this tattva vichar, consideration about the absolute truth? Why? Because my mind was captured by Maya and I was looking for material pleasure. So this tattva jnana, the knowledge about truth, was not entering into my mind. Asakta chitta. Therefore, the tattva jnana was not able to enter. So many sadhakas, they are doing sadhana, but they are again falling down. What is the reason? Because during sadhana, they are not able to see the lotus feet of Vaishnava Guru, Mahaprabhu's dear devotee, Gaura Priya. If they will be able to see the lotus feet of Vaishnava's Guru and Gaura Priya Jana, there is no chance that they will fall down. They will just catch. No. Therefore, our Gurudev already said, so many times he said, if someone has fallen down, means Guru, Gauranga, everybody given up their hope. Therefore, he fell down. But it is not so easy. Mahaprabhu line is very hopeful, very much hopeful line. Even if someone has done something wrong, committed some offense or sinful activities, still, even if Mahaprabhu has cut off his relationship, but Mahaprabhu's dear devotees, they are holding him. Mahaprabhu's dear devotee, they will not allow so easily to a jiva fall down. The sadhakas are falling down because either they are not able to see the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu's men, Gaura Priyajana, or they have lost kripa of Gaura Priyajana. We are so stubborn. What is stubborn? Huh? Why? Why you are stubborn? We don't want to listen, which is not giving me pleasure. So stubborn. Somebody is giving some advice, you don't want to take it. Because our desire is to listen something which will please my heart and my mind. I don't want to listen anything which will not please my mind and my heart. That means what? I am body conscious, mind conscious one. So therefore, anyone is speaking about the soul, Atma, we don't have any desire to listen to that. Apatasa. We are running for apparent happiness, apparent pleasure. So therefore it is said, when someone is speaking about Atma and Paramatma, we have no interest. No interest. Our Sripad Maharaj came to Balasore. He came with a drummer, Drummer. There's a drummer, Kirtanya. Very nice kirtan. Hemasundari, you saw Sripad Maharaj Kirtan. This drummer came, Bali, one time. That time he didn't join, I think. Yeah. Watching video, YouTube. And he said, Chaitanya Chandra, we will go Kirtan Balasore. Yes, Maharaj. That time, Bhubaneswar, I was not having any contact. So they arranged some program. I didn't go because they may not become happy. So I just asked my son how the program was. Then he said, the people in the market, when Maharaj group, they were doing kirtan, drum, kolak, mridanga. People were observing or they were relishing. But when evening time Maharaj gave Katha, very few, maybe 30, 40 were there. Because the playing the drum and doing kirtan and dancing, that may attract others. In ISKCON we say Udanda Kirtana, Utshasa Kirtana. Okay, nice. That will attract many people. But after Kirtan, when Katha Kirtan will be there, either or some plea, they will leave. So, if someone will not listen from a Tattva-vid, so he will not have any Tattva-gyan. And if Tattva-gyan is not there, he will just look for the sort outward things. And which will give sufferings to that person. Why our condition is like that? We are all Krishna's part and parcel. Because due to forgetfulness about Krishna, our heart became very hard. This Katha is not penetrating to our heart. And thereby we are all suffering. Only one thing is that we should know Krishna by tattva or in absolute consideration. That will help us to get a real bliss. And if one is relishing that bliss, he will never go anywhere. He will never fall down. So therefore the tattva discussion about tattva, truth, most goal. By that, anatma abhinivesh will go away. Anatma abhinivesh means which is not atma. That means our all abhinivesh, our all connection with body, mind, that will never go. So therefore, this course should go on more and more. Tattva alochana. We say tattva alochana. Should go on more and more. Otherwise, our miseries, sufferings will never go. Okay, thank you very much. Jai Srila Gurudev ki jai. जय श्रील
Jai,
प्रभुपाद जी महाराज की
Jai,
जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, राधा
Jai,
गोपाल जी की जय, श्री
Jai,
जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा देवी की जय, श्री
Jai,
गौनिताय की समवेत
Jai,
गौर भक्त वृंद की
Jai.
जय, गौर
जय श्री श्रीमद
जय
Hare
श्री
जगन्नाथ
गुरुदेव
महाराज
की
की
जय।
Jai.
Krishna उदार बोल दे सब। Any question? Anybody is having? Is there? His name is. Fire tablet. Okay. So. I said. Okay. So. Today Shar is in there. Any question? Yes.
What we see in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela, he went for traveling for 6 years and he delivered so many. What is the difference of the jivas who get liberation directly from Mahaprabhu and the jivas which are liberated with the devotees?
Okay. Yeah. Dindayal Prabhu asked this question that when Mahaprabhu was traveling in South India, he directly delivered us jivas. Then what is the need of his their devotees to go for deliverance of the jivas? Yes, South India is a place where different isms are there, or especially this Mayavad philosophy is very strong in South India. So the Mayavadis are very expert to change the heart of a Vaishnava devotee. So therefore, when Mahaprabhu going to South India, he is also praying, Krishna, 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 Hare. He is saying Ram Raghav, Ram Raghav, Ram Raghav Rakhyamam. Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava, Krishna Kesava Prayama. Being the supreme person of Godhead, why he will pray for protection? Because he wanted to show everyone that this Mayavad philosophy is so powerful, very easily can attack a Vaishnava devotee. That means somehow they, by their word jugglery, they can change the mind of the devotees. Therefore, Mahaprabhu did not take anyone with him. Only one servant went to carry his quilt. Nakra Makara. so much nakra makaras are there. That means the crocodiles and sharks are there. If one wants to change Mayavadi, finally they may become Mayavadi. So therefore Mahaprabhu was very careful. He himself went. Then he created Vaishnavas in South India. Later they started teaching Mahaprabhu's Leela and Mahaprabhu's philosophy. The many became Vaishnavas.
What does it mean to see the lotus feet of Gurudev during sadhana?
If your point of meditation is not the lotus feet of Guru or Krishna, then your meditation will go for material objects. And very easily you will be entrapped by Maya. So therefore, either one should always meditate on the lotus feet of Guru or Krishna. Krishna, step also will become prepared person. Please explain. Thank you. Plus.
Sankarshan.
Huh?
Sudarshan.
Sudarshan.
From Bali.
Huh? The one question came from Bali. Krishna is topmost crooked one. Tribhanga Lalita. Following Krishna's step also we become crooked person. Please explain. We said so many times, if one will imitate Krishna, he cannot become servitor of Krishna. By imitating Krishna, one rather will go away from seva of Krishna. Yes, Krishna crooked. But that crookedness for what? He was developing love for Radharani, being crooked. We are to follow Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is straightforward. He is not crooked like Krishna. So if we will follow Mahaprabhu, then we can develop loving relationship with Krishna and we can serve Krishna. If we will become crooked, because Krishna is crooked, then Krishna will become more crooked. So crookedness is not expected with a devotee. Because of crookedness, a devotee cannot serve Krishna and cannot get the bliss by seva. Annapurna, how can we attract devotees to the Bhagavatam class? A flower, suppose a rose flower, when it will be completely blossomed, automatically the people, bees and others will be attracted towards that flower. Because the beauty of that flower has increased a lot, and the fragrance, the aroma coming from the flower also very attractive. So similarly, there are 5 levels of consciousness: covered consciousness, shrunken consciousness, budding consciousness, blossoming consciousness, full blossoming consciousness. All the non-moving entities are in covered consciousness. All the moving entities other than human being, they are in shrunken consciousness. And the human being, they are in these 3 categories of consciousness: budding, blossoming, and full blossoming. So if a devotee will be in full blossoming consciousness, that means he is completely in Krishna consciousness. So when a devotee will speak Bhagavatam, if his consciousness is full, then automatically everyone will be attracted towards him. He need not distribute handbills earlier time. Nowadays, no need. Because nowadays your Facebook, YouTube, so much going on. No need handbill, no need billboard, or no need this banner. So they should first try to become Krishna conscious. Automatically, when Krishna will be happy, Guru will be happy, everyone will become attracted towards that person. And when one is in full Krishna consciousness, his business is only to speak Krishna Katha, nothing else. Hare Baba, she is asking what is more important, kirtan or lecture? Hey, be careful, pen is there. We do not know what is kirtan is. Therefore, we see the difference between lecture and kirtan. But both are kirtan. Again on the phone, this question, she is asking who can allow devotees to the class. What is it? Meaning I don't know. It is only by the mercy of Gaura Priyajana or due to the desire of the devotee. That means what? Desire of the devotee is the most important thing. Gaura Priyajana's duty is to speak Krishna Katha. But first of all, we should develop desire to go and listen. then Krishna will make nice arrangement so that one can drown into the Krishna Katha Amrita, the nectarian Krishna Katha. Then, who is that?
Krishna Maharaja.
Huh?
Krishna Maharaja.
Krishna Maharani Bali. When we are very eager to do seva, how do we know that we are doing seva just emotionally or pure seva? If one will serve Krishna emotionally, Krishna will not be happy. First of all, we should see what Krishna wants and how Krishna will be happy. The pure seva means one is doing seva for the pleasure of Krishna, and how Krishna will be pleased. Only one can know from his dear devotee, Krishna Bhakta. And for those who not yet get diksha from a spiritual master and they try to do seva, does their seva for Krishna will accepted or not? If not, what should you do? If someone has not gotten initiation or diksha, he or she must get some instruction from the temple leader or congregational leader who is having good standing in spiritual life, and according to them one can do seva. Huh? You have to speak, na? Regarding Narkota Vairagya, Surapati Das Prabhu. Gurudev, what is Narkota Vairagya and what is Phalgu Vairagya? Narkota Vairagya means having so much desire for enjoyment, only outwardly showing that he is a renounced one. That is Narkota Vairagya. If one can observe how monkeys are doing, he will be able to understand it nicely. Then about Phalgu Vairagya, the same, but little difference is there. Phalgu river, generally one cannot see the water on the surface or ground. But if one will dig little bit, then this water will come out. So Phalgu Vairagya means one is having so much desire inside, but outwardly is covering up with his dresses or his crooked behavior. That is Phalgu Vairagya. I don't understand our question. Who arrange everything so that devotees can come to the class? What type of question is that? I told already. How desire of devotees is making influence on it. That is depend on devotees' desire. If the devotees are really thirsty to know about Krishna, then Krishna will make arrangements and Krishna will appear before those devotees. Because they have so much eagerness, Krishna will appear there to give some instruction. So this way, one devotee will be benefited. Okay, thank you very much. Jai Srila Gurudev ki jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada Ji Maharaj ki jai. Itai Gur Pranam.